Hello， 大家好，老刘小叶读英文。这期我们回归读《经济学人》的 Economics， 我们选的是 Americans' Ugly Election。So first, we preview some new words. Number 1, home straight, the last meter, the last part of something, activity or campaign or whatever. Second, clash with, two group of people clash with each other. Normally they will fight, becomes kind of violent. Home straight, this word make me think a lot, make me feel very sensitive and touched. So for me, I'm thinking about the way you go home, right? What is the last part you feel, oh, I'm coming home? 有很多情景在我眼前闪过，比如说我上大学那会儿，在外地上大学，什么让我感觉就要到家了，希望就在眼前了。那是我下了火车站，出去闻到的第一口空气，那个味道，感觉自己终于回来了。或者是当你看到在你家附近的那一条破破烂烂的那条轨道，已经不会走车了，但是还是破破烂烂的停在那儿，你就感觉我到家了，家在召唤我。又或者是你看到的非常相似的灯光，可能在别的楼里的灯光，让你感觉要回家了。So, what's your story? 什么让你感觉像你的 home straight 呢？如果你有一点点感动或感触，那我们就听下去吧。
America's ugly election. What could go wrong? Labor Day marks the beginning of the home straight in a presidential election. Okay, so it's about the election, obviously.
Yes.
And it's talking about what happened just before the election. Labor Day was probably September 1 or September something. I don't know. It's the beginning of the home straight. Home straight just means like, I guess you can think of it like a...
People stay at home?
No, nothing to do with home. Home straight is kind of like, you can think of a path to the ending path before you return home, right? So you can think of that way. So basically saying is when you can begin to see your home, so you're traveling from far away or whatever, and you can begin to see maybe your home. That's your home straight. So that means that Labor Day is when you begin to be worried about the election, when you begin to like see it coming, when you begin to see it finishing. That's and then you put all your efforts toward this election at that point. Before there, you're not doing a lot of work
because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's just a timing thing. Presidents have to do their own thing. So this is like the last few days before the election.
Last few days before the election.
Yeah, what's your question?
I mean, home straight means...
I told you home straight is like when you can see home. I already told you.
So here is when you can see the presidential election.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a noun.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think you need to worry about that because you're not going to be using in your daily speech anyway. It doesn't matter.
Home straight don't
use you're not going to be using... No, you will not be using daily life. No. This one threatens to be ugly. Okay, this one is like it's gonna be ugly. Okay.
This one means this president election.
The president's supporters are clashing with black.
Wait a moment. To be ugly, I understand. Threatens means become or be forced.
Threat.
Feel afraid,
okay, you know,
afraid.
Threat. It's a threat. You know what a threat is?
It's I warn you.
It's not a warning. It's a threat. Something that can cause harm, possibly. Something that can make something bad. That's a threat, okay?
Okay. Threat to be ugly.
President supporters are one group of people.
Okay.
Are clashing with Black Lives Matter protesters. There's another group of people. There are two types of people. Supporters and Black Lives Matter protesters in Portland, Oregon, okay?
So clashing with.
I said there's two sides. Okay, first you understand that there's two sides. The present supporters one side, the other side is Black Lives Matter protesters. There's two sides. Okay, and they're clashing where? In Portland, Oregon. Okay, that's all. Donald Trump.
What does the clashing with mean?
What do you think? Two sides. What can they do? If you have two type of people, what things can happen to them?
They can do a lot of things.
Okay, you tell me one thing can happen then.
I don't know.
Give me one example. Why don't know is not good enough. Give me one example when two people meet together. What can they do?
Meet together. They have to fight.
Okay, great. That's good enough.
So clashing with means fight.
You can do whatever. Crash together is just like whatever. Crash.
Violence, man.
I do not know. It doesn't have to have violence. Just crash. They can be like yelling against each other, whatever. Donald Trump flew to Kenosha, Wisconsin, for a photo op in front of burned buildings, a week after police shot and paralyzed an African-American man, and one of President's supporters shot and killed two demonstrators, possibly in self-defense. Okay, so you have to understand what he's trying to say. Donald Trump flew to Wisconsin, okay?
And
for what? To take a photo in front of these burned buildings, okay?
Take a photo. What a photo up?
Opportunity. Photo opportunity, okay?
Photo opportunity in front of burned out building. The building already burned out.
Yeah. So just
why?
Does not care. I'm just saying he flew over to Wisconsin just to take a photo next to this burned out building. That's what he went there for.
Okay, yeah.
And this is after what happened. What happened the week before? Before police.
Which one happened first?
What happened before he went to Wisconsin? Well, what happened before? So the week before, what happened was that the police people shot and made a African American man paralyzed. He cannot walk anymore. And also the last week, the week before, one of President's supporters shot and killed two demonstrators, right, in self-defense, whatever. So what the author is trying to show here is that President Trump doesn't care about people who died. He doesn't care. All he cares about is like, oh look at all these bad things that happened. Like, look at the burned building, because they burned buildings because some people decided to burn some buildings in Wisconsin. So he wants to take a photo of that
to show it's out of order.
Yes, that's what he wants to do.
Okay, so you mean paralyzed means make people cannot maybe move anymore. So the demonstrators means what? They killed two demonstrators.
Well, you don't know what demonstrate is? You don't know any word demonstrate? You don't know any of that?
Demonstrate means Republican?
No, that's Democrat.
Democrat. Demo I understand. Demo means example or sample.
Yeah, right. You demo something. Right?
Yeah.
Demonstrators are people who go out in the streets and like show signs, okay? It's like to demonstrate.
Show sign? What signs?
It's what kind of sign? Well, people, if you listen a little bit. If you listen a little bit, why do people go out in the streets to show signs? Why? It's like you asking me these things. Why do people go out in the street to show signs?
They want other people know what he's thinking.
Okay, that's all. That's the demonstrator.